right, so you all were engaged and canceled the wedding.
Yes, Your
What
Honor.
happened?
Your Honor, I'm an active duty soldier in the U.S. Army, and I got cheated on by my ex-fiancée. I chose to marry her because when she was pregnant.
Okay, Ms. Teller, how long were you together?
We were together about 7 months before.
So 7 months you were together. How did you all meet?
We met at a bar. A friend of mine knew a friend of his and introduced us.
Okay. And so you met, you guys got along, and it didn't take long, you all decided to get married.
Well, what happened is basically, a couple months in, we became exclusive. He did end up cheating on me.
Did you cheat on her, Mr. Yardley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
But Your Honor.
I didn't come to lie. I know that's right. We're supposed to tell the truth in court, so you did cheat on her.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I cheated. When I cheated, I told her about it, and she forgave me.
Give Mr. Yardley a gold star. You cheated and you told.
Yes, I did tell her.
Okay, so you told her. When he told you, what was your reaction, Ms. Teller?
Well, he told me after I found her underwear at his place.
Oh. Okay. So you didn't tell, you admitted after you were caught.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sean, take his gold star back. Didn't earn it. All right, so she caught you. You said, oh, I did do it. Then what happened?
Well, after all this, we got stronger after I admitted that I cheated. So we had a stronger relationship. And so after falling in love with her, I was deployed. I was going to be deployed. I told her about how I was sad to leave her, and how this could always happen. And I also made sure Jordan, who is a friend of mine from the Army, to make sure to check up on her, to make sure she's okay while I was gone. Because I was going to be gone for a few months, and it was going to be the first time I was without her. And so 1 month in, I got a message from Alex, my former fiancée, that she was pregnant.
Okay. So you were deployed.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you left, she wasn't pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then a few months after you were doing your duty, you find out she is pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you find out you were pregnant, Ms. Teller?
It was probably about a month after he left.
Oh, all right. And then you told him immediately?
Yes.
All right, so what does that have to do with why we're here?
Well, I'm here because,
Why the wedding get canceled?
The wedding was canceled because after my deployment, I came back and I came back to see her. It's to surprise her because I got a ring for her, and we were
You
ready.
were coming home with the ring?
Yeah, and she did not know that I was coming home.
To your pregnant girlfriend?
Yes.
Ready to get married?
Yes.
You ask her?
Yes, Your Honor.
She says yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
You plan a wedding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where were y'all gonna have the wedding?
We were going to have a wedding in a venue.
Do you have receipts from what you paid?
Yes, I do.
You was having the wedding at a venue?
Yes, Your Honor.
They say God takes care of babies and fools. I hope we don't have both today. So you pay for the wedding.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got your DJ.
Yes, Your Honor.
You was gonna have Big Billy's Texas barbecue, some ribs, some brisket, cornbread, macaroni and cheese, Texas link, pulled pork, baked beans, potato salad. Yes, some mac and cheese does sound good right now.
So when he cheated on her and she forgave him, that was okay. However, when he got the taste of his own medicine, he didn't like it much, and he decided to break off the engagement and cancel the wedding. There is an old saying, what goes around comes around. And it's not the first case that I watch with you guys where I cannot shake the feeling that these kids these days, they don't take anything seriously. Everything is some sort of a game for them. It's like they're not living their lives. They're watching it from above as if they're playing a game. And it's not a pretend game. There are lives that are being affected. This unborn child that she's carrying is being affected by the choices that they make. Let's go back.
What's the problem? Why the wedding get canceled? What went wrong here?
Your Honor, so when I came back with that ring, her door was open. So, I let myself in to our house. And, I walked into the living room and I saw, she was sitting on the couch with Jordan, who is my Army friend that was checking up on her. So
Okay.
They were sitting together, but they were sitting a little too close, and it was really awkward when I walked in.
So now, Ms. Teller, I see you have a witness listed here
That's
as
correct.
Jordan Falk. Is this the Jordan he's talking about?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So while you were at home waiting for Mr. Yardley, Jordan was over at your house
Yes.
taking care of you in what way?
You know, making sure I'm eating, bringing me food, just kind of checking in.
So
see
you
how-
say it was completely platonic?
For the most part.
That's not
Oh,
true.
girl. Girl, I don't have time for this. You done wrote this man while he's off deployed, talking about you pregnant, and he comes back to surprise you, and next thing you know, Jordan is in the house, and you talking about for the most part. What does that mean?
In my defense, once I found out I was pregnant with Tanner's baby, like everything stopped, and everything became completely platonic. There was no question.
Is this his baby or not?
I believe
You're
in my heart.
admitting that you had sex with Jordan, right? Jordan, you might as well stand up too.
Hi, Your Honor. My name is Jordan Falk.
We know.
I'm also an active member of the U.S. military.
You're active, we think. Yes. Active. So you had sex with Mr. Yardley's girlfriend, fiance, while he was away. Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, because we don't have a lot of time to waste.
But, Your Honor.
So, no, I don't have time. Luckily, I have done this a time or two or 1,000. Who is the father of your child, Ms. Teller? Do you know?
I believe in my heart that it is his.
Okay, believe, want, desire, bet your bottom dollar. None of that matters when it comes to DNA. Were you having unprotected sex with Mr. Falk, Jordan, during the window of conception, as well as Mr. Yardley, your fiance?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so you were. So the truth is, you standing here and you don't know who the father of your child is.
I believe that I know in my heart.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you find this out, Mr. Yardley? You walk in, they sitting a little close, you know something's up. It doesn't look right. Do you confront them and they say, yes, we've been sleeping together?
I do not confront them right away. So later on the day, I do see a crib at her house. And, I ask Alex what this is. And she says it's from Jordan for the baby. Okay, so you know what? I just brush it off. But my final straw.
Brush it off? Had you told Jordan to go buy a crib for the baby you thought was yours?
No, I did not.
So why did you brush that off?
I was just collecting. I wanted to collect more evidence of
You were filing it away?
Yeah.
Okay, so come on now. Get it straight. You didn't brush that off. Okay, so you just filed that away. But you were like, I don't like the way they were sitting. He done bought a crib. Now what happened?
So my final straw came in when she was showing me a picture of the baby, and she was, there's a
A
message.
picture of the baby. Is this the baby?
It was an
ultrasound.
Ultrasound.
Okay.
It was an ultrasound of the baby on her phone.
All right.
And then I saw Jordan texting Alex saying, "Hey, how's my baby doing?"
Oh. Well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Honey, case was closed then. No need to file not another piece of information. The question of paternity had reared its head. So did you ask her, is this my baby or not?
Yes.
And then
Your
what
Honor.
happened?
So I confronted her, and she did confess to saying that she did sleep with Jordan, but she only did it for a one-time thing. And it was
That's all it takes. It only takes once.
Well, now I believe so. And Your Honor, she said it was just a one-time thing, and she was never going to do it again, and it was just a slip-up. And
So all this time, when did you pay all this for this wedding?
I paid for all this wedding while I was
When you were away?
Yeah.
You
when I
were
was in
sending
Iraq.
her the money to pay for all of these things to get the wedding together?
Yes.
Only to come back and she was potentially pregnant by somebody else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which she admitted to you and in open court?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your defense, Ms. Teller? I mean, it sounds like before people spending all this money, that you should be clear who's the child's father, unless you still wanted to marry Mr. Yardley,
I did.
but you were sleeping with his friend.
No, so once I found out I was pregnant, that completely stopped. And in my defense, I never asked him to marry me. He was the one who said that he wanted to marry me and then asked me. And I still do believe that this is his baby, and I still want to marry him and don't think that he should.
Do you still want to marry Ms. Teller?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, guys, let me just get this timeline straight. I just want to make sure I understand correctly. What we know that, according to her, she found out that she was pregnant a month after her boyfriend left. However, she did state that the moment she found out that she was pregnant, she stopped her side hustle. So this is something I don't understand. If the love of your life just went to serve your country, and it's been only a month until you found out that you were pregnant by him, when was this timeline with you fooling around with his best friend? Doesn't make sense to me. It sounds a bit short of a time frame. And did they have something going on already, maybe even before he left? Or how did it come about? This is something I really don't understand, but if you guys can help me, please jump in and let's go back.
You're suing here for the $6,398.03. Are you saying that she negligently or purposefully misrepresented to you that the baby was yours? You believe she was negligent, or you believe it was a purposeful thing?
Your Honor, I believe it was a purposeful thing because she knew that she couldn't get a selfless man to ever want to marry her. So she made this stunt to try to lie to me and try to lock me down.
That's not the truth, Your Honor.
Oh, you're saying she lied to lock you down because you were a good guy?
Yes, Your Honor.
But wasn't Mr. Falk Jordan a good guy because you left him in charge of your girlfriend and he took charge?
I did, Your Honor.
In the wrong way.
Your Honor, I did think he was a good guy, but now he's not. Now I know that. But
okay, you want your money back.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
believe she purposefully deceived you about this. And even if it wasn't purposeful, it was negligent because the truth is, should she or should she not have reason to know who her child's father is? And if that's the case, did she misrepresent it to you? Did she owe you a legal duty of care? Did she breach that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do believe so.
Well, lucky for us, this court had you both, all of y'all, submit to DNA testing. Because at the end of the day, this case hinges on the results.
Your Honor, it's not mine. I know that.
I'm trying so hard with you, Mr. Yardley. Do you want to know the results?
I would just like my money that I'm owed for.
We're going to need to get the results. Then we'll deal with your money.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In the case of Tanner Yardley, Alexandra Teller, and the unborn child that Ms. Teller is carrying, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Yardley, you are the father. You are the father.
I want another test, Your Honor.
Well, you're going to have to pay for that on your own. This court has determined you are the child's father. The interesting thing is despite the fact that you are the child's father, the court has to determine whether or not this question of paternity that Ms. Teller was fully aware of, right? Fully aware of. Did you breach a duty of care to him by allowing him to spend a significant amount of money on the wedding, knowing that if he would know the full truth that there really was a question of paternity?
Well, in my defense, I told him I would do a paternity test before he canceled the wedding, but he just went and canceled everything.
No, before he paid for the wedding. You had a duty of care to make him understand you're not marrying a woman who is sure that the baby that she's carrying is yours. You're marrying a woman whose baby may be yours or your friend's. I believe a reasonable person under that circumstance, Ms. Teller, does owe the plaintiff a duty of care to say, before you go spend all this money on a wedding, there's a question of paternity, and I think we need to resolve it. It is this court's opinion, Ms. Teller, you owe him that $6,398.03 because you should have given him the opportunity to decide whether he wanted to marry you or not under truthful circumstances. For that reason, judgment for the plaintiff for $6,398.03. Now, before you go off and start spending this money, understand now that you know that you are this child's father, you're going to have to take care of this child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judgment for the plaintiff for $6,398.03. Court is adjourned.
I agree with the judge. I believe that she does owe that money to him, and maybe she should have been upfront with him if she has something going on. And when she found out that she was pregnant, maybe she should have told the plaintiff that, listen, this is what's been going on. I've been having an affair. Please forgive me. But before you do anything about the wedding, let's just get this straight and let's make sure we're on the same page and want to move forward with the whole wedding thing. Honesty is the best policy when it comes to relationship, and especially if you have something going on, or if it was a mistake, then just admit it. Just be honest with your partner and admit to your wrongdoing, and whatever happens, happens. It's out of your hands now, but at least you're clean. But now there is a baby involved in all this situation, and it doesn't look like the father wants anything to do with the baby despite all the test results. For the baby's sake, I really hope that these two can patch things up together and maybe come to an agreement that's beneficial for both of them as well as for the baby. Unless they start treating life as it's happening to them right now and not as a pretend game, nothing's gonna change for them. They're still gonna step onto the same rake and be hit straight into the head. What did you guys think about this case? Do you think the judgment was right? Please put it in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.